This lesson for the Koine Project Class will introduce chemistry and the initial research into that. Since I've learned it correlates in character with the nature of the Hebrew language, which a Hebrew letter is numeric, pictographic or symbolic, and phonetic. So because equations in chemistry correlate very well with the character of Hebrew language, we'll begin that research. And then in the future lessons, I'll show correlates that can be found in the scripture, if they can be, and then notice how that correlates with chemical equations. So in this lesson, it's the how to learn the first 20 elements in 5 words in 5 minutes, and got my timer here for me, so I'll just hit start. And what I did was say 5 categories and then take these and form them into 4 symbols, and then that would be the name or the word. So have HHELI and BE. So Heliby, just to find a way to pronounce it. And then BCNO. I just know it has no in it, so it looks like if I had to pronounce it, I'd say like bunco, but that really doesn't reflect that. But this is now the word. 5 words, 20 elements, 5 minutes. So this one is Nina MG, and that reminded me of a child speaking of the grandmother, Nina MG, Ninam. So something like that. So now that these are words, I just find a way, force myself to pronounce it. And then it was remarkable how it began to make words. Al sips, like my Uncle Al sips coffee. And then, of course, this one was really nice. Clark, C-L-A-R-K, Clark. And of course, in Arkansas, we have a terrible habit of ending words like Clark. So that worked out very well. So now, if those are 5 words, then let's go ahead, now that we have that, let's just write out our hydrogen. And some of these are very common to us, even if we hadn't worked in chemistry. Helium, we've all enjoyed the antics with helium balloons. Lithium, and then let your words help you out here, because you did the work to make the words. You've remembered it. So 4 is beryllium. Now I'll have to practice spelling some of these. So we're just working on the how did we learn this. Then we have boron, carbon, nitrogen, number 8, oxygen, number 9, fluorine. Oh, I think it starts, it's U, fluorine, 10, neon, and these indicate very well. And then I just saw that as the word no, like no sodium. The older I get, the more I'm warned of things to avoid. Magnesium, $13, aluminum, and that was a clue in itself. Silicon, now I'd worked with that term. 15, phosphorus. Again, I'll practice spelling some of these since you don't find yourself often writing this. Sulfur, now chlorine, 18, argon, 19, potassium, and then of course calcium. So there we have 5 words, 20 elements, 5 minutes or less. Look, just hit 4.5, so we'll stop there. Now what we can do, it took me longer to draw this grid, which is 7 by 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, of course, across to 18. So we have columns and rows. So we can plug this in now. So here's the first one is H. And the second one is helium. Now, a clue here how to plug this in, excuse me, is you have 1 and then 2, 4, 6. Notice that. So I'm just going to block that off, highlight that. These here, these 6 here. And this is actually these last two, 19 and 20 are the first two in the first consecutive unbroken row. But then you notice we had 1 and then 6, 2, 4, 6. We also have 1 and then 6 this direction, so I'll highlight that. You want to see these patterns. And we have 2 of these of 6, so let the chart do its work. So we have 1, 2, and then of course we have 3, 4. This is our lithium and beryllium. And we come all the way over here to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now you'll notice this is also in row 13. That's helpful. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and then 19 and 20. There we go. So now we have the chart will help us. So we have our boron, you remember bunco, so we had the word no, or the negative particle no, and then of course, let's get to Nina. She's always kind to us. In magnesium. And then let's go to Al, who sips coffee. And then let's go to Clark, AR, and then let's do our potassium and calcium. There, so now we can, we can, if we'd like, manually, now that we have this worked out, we can clean this up ourselves, take these parts out that aren't there from what we've learned. There, so clean it up. We have the chart falls into place, so to speak. I don't have a good eraser. I should have had that, but this is how you can do it. First 20 elements in 5 words in 5 minutes. And really, it'll be very helpful because I can remember 5 words, even though the pronunciation might be awkward. I may have to ask myself, did I say hella bunco? Did I say F, Nina, MG, Al sips coffee, Clark? And so that's just things I can work on. So it's really good to have it where we can see it. And then, of course, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then, like I said, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that's it. The first 20 elements in 5 words in 5 minutes. And like I said, it will take longer to draw the grid. Notice the pattern of hydrogen, and then you see 6 below it. And then you come over here and see helium, and you see 2 rows of 6. And under hydrogen, we have 2 columns that equal 6 elements. So that was it. It's just the only way I can remember something. You'll remember that 5 at one time was the a phone number years ago was no more than 5 digits. You'll notice even in mnemonic and memorization, this is what we've learned. So we have 20 of our elements, the first 20, 5 words, and less than 5 minutes or in 5 minutes. So have a good day if you enjoy studying this, and we'll look forward to what we can learn in the future.